a few minutes here and show you kind of like a virtual tour of our virtual space. So we've got a Google Classroom that we'll be using. I've got a website that I use, and I've got my YouTube channel that I also use. You should be kind of familiar with the district email, and hopefully you're at a spot where you've completed the practice email for the class and you're comfortable with using that. I also lean on Remind, so that's an app that I can get out information as well. But there's some other spots that if you just check to regularly, I think you'll be okay without that. But here we go. So first up, I've got a lot of stuff bookmarked, but I'm going to try to do the best I can to get through this from your perspective. So let's just take a quick look at, if I put in Crestwood High School. I was trying to type that out. If you wanted to type in all of Crestwood High School, cool. So we go to here, and this is actually a spot that sometimes kids get directed and they get confused. This is our district homepage. So if you get to here, I guess I'd encourage you to scroll around and just kind of see what's going on. Maybe there's some information that's of value to you. If you wanted to get to our school, you can see I'm hovering over this school tab here. And then if I were to go down to Crestwood, this is like our school website. So from the district, you can get to the Crestwood High School. If you're watching this while we're at home, here's the hub link that you can click on this, and it'll have, as you scroll down, the different buildings that you could go to and the different subjects. So you could get a click to see, who's teaching what, or to see where all their info is. So I believe, at this point I was teaching Chem A, and this is one way to just kind of get in contact with your teachers, and it'll have all the Google Classroom codes there as well. So back to here. There we go. The other thing that I wanted to kind of show you on this was if you go to this spot and you're looking for a specific teacher, over here on the left, lots of information, right? And it appears to be alphabetized. So if you go to here, staff directory, this is not just for me, but for your other teachers, a list where you've got their emails, their phone numbers, and oftentimes links. So I'm scrolling down here to science. Notice Shane Cash. That's me. If I click on this, ba-boom, it takes me to my website. And I'll get back to that in a second. Say you don't want to do all that, and just into Google, you put I don't even think you have to have Mr. I think at this point you can just put Cash, Crestwood, and then, we'll see how that works out. Yeah, okay, so it's been used enough now to where, depending on if you want to jump right to a particular class or just my website, this will take you there. I'll go through this with you in just a second. Back to here, though. You've got, where the heck was I? There we go, science. Sorry about that. If I scroll down to me again, if I click on my name, that takes you to my website. If you click on this little letter, that will open up one of these that'll allow you to send me an email. You can just fill in this information here, and then when you hit send, that's one way that you can get a hold of me. I'll say this a few times, but my email address is scash@csdm.k12.mi.us. And I get you, just hearing that once probably doesn't work well, but you might be at a spot where all your teachers have that at CSDM. If you were curious, that stands for Crestwood School District Mail, and then the .k12.mi.us. S Cash for Shane, and then Cash. If you scroll here, or I should say move over a little bit, there's my classroom phone. If we're in face-to-face learning, I check that about every 24 hours. It's the least effective way to get a hold of me, but I understand some people prefer it, and that's okay. I do check it. But my email, I check quite regularly. So that's one way you can get a hold of your teachers. And, if you get a second, it wouldn't do you any harm to scroll around through this and just see what's going on with all the different things in our building. Or if you're not sure if we've got testing coming up, or when's our spring break, or what day do we have off, or is there a professional development, or what's for lunch. All that stuff's posted here. And that's a pretty easy way of getting through it. So since this is already pulled up here, this is my classroom website, and I use this to post like PowerPoints or worksheets or keys. And at the left here, this is the classes that I teach. And let's just I don't know, for funsies, we'll take a peek at forensic science. So this is like where all the navigation goes. They're all basically set up the same. So I try to be uniform. If you've had me for another class, cool. If you're not in forensics right now and you're thinking, why are we looking at this? Like I said, they're all set up the same. So I'll generally have folders at the top here, and you can see that here's final exams and projects. If you ever want to get a jump on your final exam, or you're the type of kid that wants to work on that through the class rather than at the end, I've got study guides and all that stuff already posted up there for you. If I find something that's interesting, excuse me, I'll put it in this articles and links folder. All my classes usually have that. And then like a miscellaneous folder where it's just kind of general forms for the class that things get thrown into. If it's something that's specific to a unit, and again, this isn't exclusive to forensics, I've got unit folders underneath that kind of random stuff. So for forensics, I teach usually 5 units if we're in a face-to-face setting. And you can kind of take a look at this. If we just scroll to unit 1 here, you've got basically lectures, and you've got labs, and you've got lab quiz reviews. You've got a copy of our digital book. I've put keys to our study guides, keys to different assignments that we've done, and then that jumps down to unit 2. So if I refer you to my site, again, you can just put Cache, Crestwood, and it should pop up, and then that's the way that you'd navigate through there. Another thing that's kind of helpful, if you look here at unit 1, there is these little symbols. If you're looking for like a lecture or a PowerPoint, that's what this orange P stands for, is a PowerPoint. And then you've got this little kind of fancy triangle here. That's a PDF symbol. So that's something that I've just uploaded that's going to be more of a document or something that was scanned in. And sometimes I'll just take a picture of my phone real quick if I'm kind of on the go, and then post to my site. So this was a key that I didn't have time to scan in and do, but I wanted to make sure that kids have. If you see JPEG, that's what that is. That's just a picture. So with that being said, if we go back to the home, so you want to get out of there. And, I don't know, let's pretend for a sec you were in Chem A. Generally, in the articles and links here, I've got, like I said, articles and links. And this is one way that you can get to my YouTube channel. And if you take a look at this, once you get here, I don't know, here's something that I guess we'll explore together. I wonder if I put Mr. Cash Crestwood YouTube. I wonder if that comes up. My site does. Yeah, you got, oh boy, this could be me, or it could be some crazy Mr. Cash, or crazier, I should say. Yeah. All right, I don't know what that guy's story is, but that's not me. All right. Hey, there's some keys I posted. Okay, apparently I'm not popular enough on YouTube just yet to get there, but look at this. Who's this guy? Whoa, that guy's out and about. I need to put some action pictures up like this, Mr. Cash. You're stuck with a dud at Crestwood. Anyways, there's a lot of ways to get to this, and I've linked it also in our Google Classroom that I'll go through with you in a little bit. This is the way that the layout looks. So as long as you see Mr. Cash and then like our Crestwood symbol, that's me. And hey, who's that old man? That's me as well. This is the way I would navigate it. If you click on playlists, I've tried to do the name of the class and then the unit. So for like my night school physics A and B, night school physics, unit 1. Cash, I'm not in that. I'm in astronomy, and we're on unit 2. All right, well, I might find a better way. Let's see if I go by this. I got date added. For some reason, it won't let me alphabetize them. I don't know what the story is, or at least maybe I'm just still new to this YouTube business and I can't figure it out yet. But if you wanted to look at the first part, I've got the class, and then the next part is the unit. And then if you click on that, say we were in astronomy, unit 2, and you click on the view the full playlist. There was just the one that happened to work out for that unit. If we were in, I don't know, forensic science unit 1, there's quite a few little videos that show here. And I've tried to be clear with what's what. But if you've missed a lecture, I go through those here, or the reviews, or a lot of times if it's a lab or an activity. Long story short, if I direct you to my YouTube and I didn't put a link, that's how you get there, and that's how I would go about navigating it. So if we go to, this probably looks a little bit different on my end, but all right, let's say that we were in forensic science. Again, I try to organize all of these the same, but I've got our stream, and I'll put daily assignments on there. Here was February the 8th. This was what the rundown was if you're looking at our Google Classroom, and this tries to be pretty clear and concise. I basically use this as like my board for my objectives of the day, like what I want you to be able to get through. And then if we go back up towards the top here, the upcoming, I'm trying not to bog you down with too much information on this. This would be like you log in, you want to see what's up for the day. This is where that's at. I mean, sometimes I do try to get information out to you that was just, I don't want to say an emergency, but it popped up and it was important. You've got your upcoming dates here. If you go to our classwork tab, it's organized very similar to the way my website is. I've tried to do it by units, and then this particular one has unit 2, and then the daily exit pass and attendance question. That was unit 1, and again, if you hop down to the miscellaneous here, I've got things like remind info. If you want to sign up for the app Remind, or usually everything's posted on my classroom, but I would recommend you do have this. Oh, goodness gracious, that wasn't what I wanted. Sorry, kids. I think I know what I'm doing by now. Where are we at here? Just for consistency here, right? Classwork. There we go. Okay, so there's also links to my website. Here's a welcome letter that kind of gives you a lot of info. If you take a look at this particular one, there's a QR code to jump right to my website. There's my email, so you could just click on that. You've got our website that that'd take you there if you wanted as well. Classroom phone. I've got welcome letters in all my classes. If I go back to here, there's a link again to our YouTube channel, and I try to keep that updated and relevant as well. So perhaps I've forgotten something. If I did, or you need more information on something, follow that email list there. Shoot me one. Or if we're in face-to-face scenario, you're welcome to always see me in class. But maybe that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable with our digital realm. Like I said, I'm here to help. You need me, let me know. Take care.